Hello, I'm David Catching. Welcome to Rancho de la Luna Recording Studio in Joshua Tree, California. My friend Fred Drake moved to the desert to get away from the city, and I just opened a restaurant in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I got a call from Fred, and he told me our friend Dean Chamberlain was selling his recording studio gear, and Fred asked if I'd like to be a partner in the studio, and since I loved Fred and the desert, I said yes. And then about 7 months later, my restaurant had a fire and the owners weren't insured. And so I came out and started making music with Fred. The desert sessions are some of the most fun because it is a lot of great musicians that have never played together. They have to come in here in the middle of nowhere at this freaky little house and start writing together. And it's just us cooking and laughing and having a great time, and different people just like, I got a riff, and then you go in and you record that. And some of the times people are on the front porch writing and on the back porch writing and inside recording or up next door writing. And so it just kind of continually, as soon as someone's done recording, you grab the other people that have the most finished idea for a song and you start their song and try to keep the momentum going. There's lots of interesting gear here, and not so much these days, but in the beginning, a lot of malfunctioning instruments would lead to what people recorded, because you'd have an amp that was crackling but making a cool noise, so you'd hurriedly put up a mic, or maybe one of the synthesizers wasn't working, so you'd immediately try to record it because it sounded so weird. This is the first real guitar I bought in 1978. This is a 58 Strat, but the 80s were unkind to it. This is an old one that we had. Dave Grohl came out and played some drums. This is a Mike Egan portrait of me. Yeah, don't be a prick. This is Chunk. Chunk is the resident musician dog here. There's extremely special things about this studio, and one of them is this beautiful piano built in 1904. Fred and I found this piano at a Angel View thrift store for $800, which at the time was a lot for us, but we loved the way it looked and couldn't believe how amazing it sounded. This was the most amazingly lucky find ever, but it's the best money I've ever spent in my life because it has inspired so many people, and it's made so many great songwriters write great songs. This has been on almost every single album ever done here. Like Mark Lanegan's Scraps at Midnight, Arctic Monkeys' Humbug, the first Queens of the Stone Age album, Duke's Spirit, Iggy Pop, all the Earthlings and Mojave Lords records. This place has definitely seen quite a bit of interesting things over the years.
I came up listening to a lot of the music that was made here, and it was very influential for me as a younger musician to hear those records and hear how special they are and unique they are. A big part of that is this place and the sound of this place that's baked into all of the records that were made here. Really special, you know? Anytime I get to come here and hang with Davey and make stuff, make music, I don't take it lightly, you know? I sit down at that piano, it's immediately when you start to play it, you can immediately feel what you're playing. The piano has a lot of soul to it, and it has this beautiful like mid-range, this beautiful low mid-range that I really love, and it's really rich sounding in the recordings, and it's just really easy to get very inspired. When you're here, you're surrounded by everything that's here, including the desert and everything that Davey has built here. It's really easy to just be like super into the moment when you're here playing.
You don't just come to the desert, to a house to record. You know, you can do that. You can go to any recording studio, but people come here specifically for the inspiration of the area outside. You know, just waking up out here is a completely different thing for people. Rattlesnakes and scorpions that you have to watch out for, and I'm lucky that I have a place that people that are so talented and cool decide they want to come out here to do that, and they find inspiration here. That makes me incredibly proud.
Is 2 bottles enough for your wedding, or you need more?
2 sounds great. Oh gosh.